Today we're going to learn a little bit about definition, which is the unit that we are currently in. First off, you need to know that when we talk about definition, we mean something that explains what a term means. And when it does that, it sets the boundaries of the thing, the concept, the emotion, or value. It answers, what is it? And it uses negation to say what it is not. It specifies the main qualities and its essential qualities. But when you talk about definition, you also have to be careful of something that's called the circular definition. A circular definition is where you use a term to define a term. For instance, ambitious people are ambitious. Or I suppose it could be ambitious people have ambitions. Neither of those work. Insensitivity is a lack of sensitivity. Well, if I didn't know what sensitivity was, it's not going to help me at all. Circular definitions avoid using the same word to define itself. There are some kind of definitions, though, that we want you to use. We want you to use a formal definition, a stipulative definition, and our end project in here is an extended definition. A formal definition is basically the dictionary definition. It is typically the denotative, which means the formal, by the way the dictionary says it, agreement of what a word is. It typically is what we're going to do for our essential definitions. A class followed by a distinction, or in how we refer to it for our class, a category, followed by characteristics and features. For the most part, here's some examples of formal definitions. Just look them over. Most of the time we use formal definitions to get the basic or most commonly used meaning of the word out. But a formal definition is typically not the starting point. Usually we use connotative, which is what we agree on, what we know about it. There is a second definition that I want you to write down in your notes, and that's, well, actually third. You have the circular definition, the formal definition. The third thing I want you to put in your notes is the stipulative definition. This clarifies the particular way that you use the word. For instance, when we are in school and we talk about being tardy, it means a certain thing. When we're at work and we talk about being tardy, it means something else. A stipulative example is useful when we're talking about an idea that is so broad and so complex that maybe we don't all agree on it. If we want to say that pride can ruin a relationship, we better talk about what the definition of pride is that might have that feature or might have that power. If we want to argue that love is all we need, well, we might want to talk about what kind of love, because I'm pretty sure a love for hamburgers isn't going to get you through it. Now, a stipulative definition is when, well, there's a concept that we're discussing that's broadly used, and we're trying to figure it out in a specific way. That means if it's a specific audience, a specific place, a specific purpose, stipulative definitions come in handy. Now, later on in this class, we're going to get to this one, the extended definition. And basically, that looks at a word more completely, with more aspects. It takes a little bit more depth to do. But that's our end goal. For right now, you have the basics.